Halloween, a night shrouded in mystery and magic. But beneath the surface of our modern celebrations lies a rich tapestry of history and ancient beliefs. Join us as we delve into the untold history of Halloween, uncovering the roots of this beloved holiday. Halloween's origins trace back to the ancient Celts in Ireland, Britain, and northern France. For the Celts, the year was divided into two main seasons, the light half and the dark half. The dark half began on November 1st, marking the beginning of winter. This transition from light to dark was significant to the Celts. They believed that, on the eve of the dark half, the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. This night, October 31st, was known as Samhain. To appease spirits, the Celts would light bonfires, make offerings, and wear costumes to ward off evil. As Christianity spread, pagan festivals like Samhain were absorbed into the Christian calendar. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory IV designated November 1st as All Saints' Day. The evening before, October 31st, became known as All Hallows' Eve, later evolving into Halloween. While the name and date were adopted from the pagan festival, the themes of honoring the dead and the supernatural remained. Over time, Halloween evolved from a solemn religious observance into a more secular celebration. Halloween is a tapestry woven from ancient Celtic traditions, Christian influences, and evolving cultural practices. In this video, we'll embark on a journey through time to unravel the mysteries of Halloween. We'll explore the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain and trace the evolution of Halloween from its pagan roots to its Christian adaptation. Join us as we uncover the origins of its most iconic traditions and discover the enduring appeal of this beloved holiday. Imagine a time when the veil between the living and the dead was a shimmering curtain, thin and easily parted on special nights. This was the belief of the ancient Celts, who celebrated Samhain on October 31st. Samhain marked the end of the harvest season, the time when the days grew shorter and the nights longer. It was a time of transition, a time when the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. Families would gather, and stories would be told of ancestors long gone, their memories kept alive through tales whispered around flickering candlelight. This wasn't seen as a time of fear and dread, but rather one of reverence and remembrance. The Celts believed that by honoring their ancestors, they could ensure a smooth transition into the dark half of the year. Samhain was a time for both celebration and solemn observance. One of the most important rituals was the building of bonfires. These weren't just sources of warmth and light, but powerful symbols of purification and protection. Families would gather around these flames, offering sacrifices of crops and animals to appease the gods. Divination was also an important part of Samhain. With the veil between worlds thin, it was believed that the spirits could offer guidance and insight into the future. These rituals were a way for the Celts to connect with the spirit world and seek wisdom for the year to come. While the spirits of loved ones were welcomed during Samhain, not all spirits were considered benevolent. The Celts believed that malevolent entities roamed the earth on this night. To protect themselves, people would wear costumes and masks. By disguising themselves as animals or otherworldly beings, they hoped to ward off evil or blend in with the spirits. These early costumes and lanterns were the precursors to the elaborate Halloween costumes and jack-o'-lanterns we know today. As the centuries passed and the Roman Empire spread its influence, Samhain underwent a transformation. The Roman festival of Feralia, a time to honor the dead, coincided with the end of October. This merging of traditions solidified the association of this time of year with the remembrance of the deceased. Even as Christianity spread, many of the traditions associated with Samhain proved remarkably resilient. This blending of cultures and beliefs is a testament to the enduring power of ancient traditions and the human fascination with the mysteries of life and death. As Christianity gained a foothold in Europe, its influence began to reshape the cultural landscape. The Roman Empire's adoption of Christianity marked a turning point, leading to efforts to Christianize pagan festivals. Samhain, with its deep roots in Celtic culture, was not immune to this process. The Church sought to find parallels between existing pagan traditions and Christian beliefs. This approach allowed the Church to connect with the local population and facilitate the transition to Christianity. In the 7th century, Pope Boniface the Saint's Day. By placing this important Christian feast day on the same date as Samhain, the Church aimed to overshadow the pagan celebration. The evening before October 31st became known as Halloween. This evening took on a special significance as a time to prepare for the holy day and remember those who had passed away. The themes of death and the supernatural were reinterpreted through a Christian lens. The ancient fear of malevolent spirits transformed into a consideration of purgatory and the fate of souls. The transformation of Samhain into Halloween was a gradual process that unfolded over centuries. Old customs and beliefs persisted alongside new Christian interpretations. The practice of lighting bonfires continued, but its purpose shifted to warding off evil spirits. Similarly, the wearing of costumes took on new meanings, with people dressing as saints, angels, and biblical figures. The tradition of trick-or-treating reflects this blending of pagan and Christian influences. The story of Halloween's evolution is a testament to the enduring power of cultural memory. Even as beliefs and practices transform, echoes of the past linger in our traditions. The carving of pumpkins continues to captivate our imaginations, reminding us of the human fascination with light and darkness. The thrill of dressing up in costumes connects us to our ancestors who sought to ward off evil spirits. The story of Halloween is a reminder that our cultures and traditions are constantly evolving, shaped by those who came before us. The donning of costumes traces its roots back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. For the Celts, costumes served a vital purpose in their interactions with the spirit world. By disguising themselves as animals or mythical creatures, they hoped to blend in and avoid being recognized by harmful entities. As Christianity spread, the practice of wearing costumes persisted, albeit with evolving meanings. The element of protection remained, leading to the adoption of costumes depicting saints, angels, and biblical figures. The modern tradition of trick-or-treating, a cornerstone of Halloween celebrations, has a surprisingly complex history, interwoven with threads of ancient customs and beliefs. Its origins can be traced back to a combination of practices, each offering a glimpse into the evolving relationship between the living and the dead. One of the key influences on trick-or-treating is believed to be the ancient Celtic practice of leaving offerings for spirits on Samhain. Food and drink were left out to appease potentially mischievous spirits and ensure a peaceful transition into the dark half of the year. This act of appeasement reflects the Celtic belief in maintaining a harmonious relationship with the spirit world. Another contributing factor is the medieval Christian practice of souling, which emerged around the 15th century. On All Hallows' Eve, poor people would go door to door, offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food or money, known as soul cakes. This practice reflects the Christian belief in praying for the souls of the departed to help them reach heaven. Over time, these separate but thematically connected practices began to merge, eventually evolving into the modern tradition of trick-or-treating. The act of going door to door, offering something in exchange for something else, retains echoes of both the appeasement of spirits and the supplication for the souls of the dead. The flickering glow of jack-o'-lanterns, their carved faces casting eerie shadows in the night, has become synonymous with Halloween. But the origins of this iconic tradition lie not in pumpkins, but in the humble turnip. In ancient Ireland and Britain, turnips were readily available root vegetables, and carving them into lanterns was a common practice. These early lanterns were often associated with the spirit world, believed to ward off evil spirits and guide lost souls. One legend tells the story of Stingy Jack, a blacksmith who tricked the devil but ended up being denied entry to both heaven and hell. Doomed to wander the earth with only a burning coal to light his way, Jack placed the coal inside a carved turnip, creating a makeshift lantern. As Irish immigrants brought their traditions to America, they discovered that pumpkins, native to the New World, made ideal jack-o'-lanterns due to their size and ease of carving. The tradition took root and flourished, becoming a beloved symbol of Halloween. The survival and evolution of these ancient traditions, from costumes and trick-or-treating to jack-o'-lanterns, speak to the enduring power of our connection to the past. While the original meanings and purposes may have shifted over time, the core themes of honoring the dead, confronting our fears, and celebrating the cycle of life and death continue to resonate. These traditions provide a tangible link to our ancestors, reminding us of the universality of human experience across time and cultures. They offer a space for imagination and creativity, allowing us to step outside the bounds of the everyday and embrace the fantastical. In a world that often feels increasingly secular and disconnected from the past, these ancient traditions offer a sense of continuity and belonging. They remind us that we are part of something larger than ourselves, connected to a rich tapestry of human history and belief. As we celebrate Halloween, let us remember the ancient origins of these traditions and the deeper meanings they hold. Let us embrace the opportunity to connect with our past, confront our fears, and celebrate the cycle of life and death that unites us all. Halloween, once a solemn occasion steeped in ancient rituals and beliefs, has evolved into a vibrant celebration of imagination, community, and the thrill of the unknown. While echoes of its historical roots remain, modern Halloween embraces a more light-hearted and inclusive spirit, offering a unique opportunity for people of all ages to step outside the boundaries of everyday life. For children, Halloween is a time for unbridled imagination, a chance to transform into their favorite superheroes, princesses, or fantastical creatures. The act of dressing up allows them to explore different identities, experiment with self-expression, and engage in playful make-believe, fostering a sense of wonder and creativity. For adults, Halloween offers an opportunity to shed inhibitions, embrace a sense of playfulness, and connect with their inner child. From elaborate costume parties to haunted house attractions, Halloween provides a socially acceptable outlet for embracing the macabre, indulging in harmless scares, and reveling in the spirit of the season. Beyond the costumes and candy, Halloween fosters a sense of community, bringing neighbors together and strengthening social bonds. The act of trick-or-treating encourages interaction between generations. As children go door to door, their excitement contagious, reminding us of the simple joys of childhood and the importance of shared traditions. As Halloween transitioned from a solemn religious observance to a secular holiday, its traditions underwent a fascinating evolution, shifting from a focus on appeasement and reverence towards a more light-hearted and celebratory spirit. The emphasis shifted from warding off evil to embracing the thrill of the unknown, the macabre, and the fantastical. Costumes, once intended to disguise oneself from spirits or blend in with the supernatural, have transformed into elaborate expressions of creativity and individuality. No longer limited to simple masks and animal skins, modern costumes encompass a vast spectrum of themes, from pop culture icons and fictional characters to intricate homemade creations and humorous ensembles. Trick-or-treating, which originated as a way to appease spirits or offer prayers for the dead, has evolved into a beloved tradition centered around children and candy. The act of going door to door, reciting a playful rhyme, and receiving treats has become an integral part of the Halloween experience, fostering a sense of community and shared excitement. Even jack-o'-lanterns, once believed to ward off evil spirits, have taken on a more decorative and playful role. While still representing the spirit of Halloween, their designs have become increasingly intricate and creative, ranging from traditional spooky faces to elaborate carvings and humorous expressions. The evolution of Halloween into a major cultural phenomenon has not been without its critics. The holiday's increasing commercialization, particularly in the United States, has led to concerns about overconsumption, waste, and the potential overshadowing of its historical and cultural significance. The proliferation of mass-produced costumes, decorations, and candy has made it easier than ever to participate in Halloween festivities, but it has also contributed to a throwaway culture, with many items used only once before being discarded, adding to landfill waste. Moreover, the emphasis on commercial aspects can overshadow the historical and cultural roots of Halloween, reducing it to a mere consumerist spectacle. The focus on purchasing the latest costumes, decorations, and candy can detract from the deeper meaning and traditions associated with the holiday. However, the commercialization of Halloween is not entirely negative. It has also made the holiday more accessible and inclusive, allowing people of all backgrounds and economic means to participate. The availability of affordable costumes, decorations, and candy ensures that everyone can join in the festivities. Halloween's enduring relevance, a time for reflection and renewal. Halloween retains a timeless appeal, rooted in our fascination with the unknown and the cycle of life and death. It offers a space for confronting our fears and embracing our imaginations. Halloween encourages us to remember those who have passed on and contemplate life and death. This contemplation adds depth to the celebrations. The holiday's embrace of the macabre allows us to confront our fears safely. By facing our fears, we gain a sense of mastery over them. Let us use this time for reflection, renewal, and celebrating human imagination. Halloween, a tapestry of time and tradition. From Samhain to modern Halloween, this holiday captivates our imaginations and connects us to something ancient and profound. We've explored Celtic beliefs, their respect for the dead, and the thin veil separating the living and spirits. Christianity transformed Samhain into All Hallows' Eve, evolving into today's Halloween. Halloween adapts and endures, honoring the dead, confronting fears, and celebrating the unknown. Despite its evolution, Halloween taps into something primal within us, a fascination with the unknown and unseen forces. It offers a space to confront our fears and embrace the unknown. The ancient Celts believed the veil between worlds thinned on Samhain. Halloween explores a world beyond our own where spirits roam and magic is possible. Costumes and stories contribute to a sense of heightened awareness. Halloween lets us confront fears in a safe environment. Halloween's enduring appeal lies not only in its ability to connect us to the past, but also in its capacity for adaptation and reinvention. It's a holiday that refuses to be confined by rigid definitions or fixed traditions, constantly evolving to reflect the changing values, beliefs, and cultural influences of the time. What began as a solemn observance of the cycle of life and death has transformed into a celebration of imagination, creativity, and community. From elaborate costume parties and haunted house attractions to trick-or-treating with a focus on inclusivity and awareness, Halloween continues to find new ways to engage and entertain. The commercialization of Halloween, while often criticized, has also contributed to its evolution, making it more accessible and inclusive. The availability of affordable costumes, decorations, and candy ensures that everyone can participate regardless of their background or economic means. As we move forward, we can expect Halloween to continue evolving, reflecting the changing world around us. New traditions will emerge, old ones will be reinterpreted, and the holiday will continue to adapt to reflect the values and beliefs of each new generation. As the veil between the worlds thins and the nights grow longer, let us embrace the magic of Halloween in all its multifaceted glory. Let us honor its ancient roots, celebrate its evolving traditions, and revel in its ability to ignite our imaginations and connect us to something ancient and profound. Whether we choose to carve pumpkins, don elaborate costumes, share spooky stories, or simply enjoy the festive atmosphere, let us approach this Halloween with a sense of curiosity, a willingness to embrace the unknown, and a heart open to the magic that surrounds us. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the untold history of Halloween. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Untold Past for more fascinating explorations of history and folklore, And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future adventures. Happy Halloween!